So, I grew up. I don't remember being a fucking baby until one night in the cot. I was looking up at the spinning thing in that old house over there. But I grew up. I encountered friggin' problems with me stepsister. Behavioural issues. I'll just say, and because I lived in Tumut Street and her father was in Tumut. And anyway, my dad worked over in Tumut. He's from Melbourne, and he'd come home, like, it was always about money and that, like, but we went on a working holiday, or it was a working holiday for Dad, it was a holiday for me, and that was good, and you'd see other people with their parents go camping and that, and like the father's always home, just the opposite. And anyway, is the family life real? That's what I'm trying to say, like, because a family needs a society there, but I don't see no one I know walking the streets. I don't see, anything happening. And anyway, I grew up with behavioural issues. I had bad friggin' anger issues from school. All the influence from the other people, kept, taken into consideration. I got on the ice. I grew up. I matured. I'm not, and I don't have that anger anymore because there's no scenario. It's just I'm living just to live in that, because I find myself, I find it's hard to have a hobby. It's hard to want to work to get something, when the world's shrouded by greed, Well, it's not greed, but everyone needs to get the money there to pay to get the job done, just, yeah, like, what's life really? There's no society there, The only society is coming out of school when you know everybody in that. That's the only society there is there. The age of technology, people grow apart, It remains in touch. It's a substitute for, face-to-face communication. But, communication can't get as real as in person. Not over the phone. It's still, no society there. So what have you got when you get older? You got nothing, Even though I didn't want to work to get anything, I didn't care about having kids, didn't care about a girlfriend even. Sure, I was attracted to women, but that's as far as that went. This wanting to be a part of society, from a loop in society, and Facebook's just something of the medieval, you could say, because 104 years after, Australia was a country, he starts up his fucking thing, but people use Facebook for the wrong reasons. Like, does everyone even use it, Again, age of technology, robot renaissance, that's the age. People grow apart easily, Where's the strength in communities? It's close-knit ties, But, you know, people want to live beyond their means. Like, they don't see the town as an enterprise, you know. Town's reputation means, you know, the world to people. You know, the story behind it. You know, as famous as Gundagai is, there's no real society there out of being a kid, you know, other than kids. You know? Like, because you grow up, it's fun when you're growing up, but you get to a point, get to an age where nothing even fucking happens anymore. And, like, they've shown you all these other fucking bad habits that you continue to do, you know? But I'm just trying to say, life's never been there, really, you know? Like, it's been good living here, you know? Much easier, like, people do it worse. But, you know, that's my whole life down there. And, like, we just moved next door. But, you know, my father's never really been home. Like, he's been home as much as he could while working, you know? And, yeah. Now, you know, he's hard to get on the phone, like, you know, he's facing his own life crisis, but he doesn't want to talk, you know? Like, fucking all my friends don't want to talk. They never made it fucking feel good to fucking want to fucking quit thinking a certain way, you know? You know, I've been fucking living in my room for fucking, you know, over 8 years. You know, how fucking long can you live in a shoebox for? You know? That's not what it is, but, you know, it's not what it is at all. But you can only fucking do so much sensing, you know, on memories, then before you don't feel the memories anymore. Because, you know, it was nothing, just an experience, talking about the experience with me friends. You know? Yeah. Just, you know, like, how... Is it all real? Is everyone as independent as I are? Or I am? You know? Is it everyone's concept based on society and manipulated by the mirror of society to what they would like? Why haven't we got more choice of products? Like, you know, everyone must be in a certain category other than what's available. Well, really, there's only what's available. But, you know, like, it was like that with my friends, you know, going around to their houses when I was younger, saying, oh yeah, what their family's like, you know, but I never compared it like that. It's just the camping aspect, like, you know, they'd go camping and that, like, we'd never go camping, you know. But, you know, Dad did a good job working. Got this house, bought it, owned it, sold, like, he bought another piece of land, sold that for double the value, you know. But, you know, he hasn't been around much lately, you know. All I'm trying to say is, oh yeah, you get born, but you walk down the road, but the road can't be that short, you know. The road can't be that short. You know, there has to be more to life. Is this just a stage of humanity, you know? Everybody's free range.